Hello everyone. In this video, I want to show you how to wrap text around an object, a picture box, or an image box. So let me go ahead and delete everything here. And what I'm going to first do is I'm going to go, let me reduce this so you can see the whole page. Okay, so first I'm going to go to Insert. Right here it says Text Box. I'm going to click on this first one. It's the simple text box. I'm going to grab this, and you see right here, this is your shape format for the box that we inserted, right? So if you deselect away from it, you don't see it up here. So when you select here, it'll give you this other option. So if you click here, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna just start with a 2-inch box. Okay, oops, not that size, 2. Okay, so now I'm going to need to have two boxes that are similar to each other. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change all the properties or preferences, or however you want to say, for each box. So the first thing I'll do is I'll click here, and you see the shape fill. I'm going to go ahead and tell it no fill. You see this shape outline, I'm going to tell it no outline. Okay, so now that I have not just that, but also I'm going to select a text. Let's say a 2-inch box. I'm going to say maybe let's put 24-inch text. So let's go home, and let's change this to 24-inch text. Okay, don't worry. I'm going to go ahead and leave the words there, because otherwise it's going to be hard to find the box. So we'll just leave it there because we're going to type over it. Now that I have this here, okay, if I click anywhere in that outline, I can hit Control C, that copies it into the pasteboard, and I'm going to hit Control V, and now you see there's two of them, right? So on this first one, whatever text you want in the front, on the top, you would put in here. So I'm going to put uh, how to wrap text around. Okay, so I'm going to select all the text. You see right now we're at 11. Let's change it to 24-point type. Okay, don't worry about what that looks like right there. We're going to do the same thing here, and we're going to hit Control A. We're going to change that to 24 type font, and so how to wrap text around oops, a let me see, a picture box or a an object. It doesn't matter what to put in there. I'm just showing you how to do this. Okay, so on this first one, I want you to go to shape format. You see right here under the word styles, we're going to click on the last one. You see transform. The top one, we're going to pick the first one right here, follow path. Then on this one here, we're going to go here again, transform, and this time we're going to use the second one. Now, so I don't know if the box is big enough to handle all that text, so this is what we're going to do first. I think we're probably going to need to change the size of the font, but look, what we're going to do is I can select this and then hold my shift key and select that. We can go in here, we can go to you see right here, we're under shape format. We're going to go to align, we're going to center, we're going to go back to align, and we're going to align middle. So you see the text is a little too big for it. Now I'm going to show you something. It's going to be hard to to wrap or to select the bottom one in the back. So see, first of all, I'm going to select all of this, and we're going to change that to 24 point type. Oops. 24 point text. And then we're going to move away from it. Now, if I wanted to click on this, the back one, you see how I can select it? The easiest way to do that, I want you to click on your search engine, and then I want you to type selection. Okay, and what you're gonna see right here, it says display selection panel. On the right hand side, you're gonna see this. It's, I call it layers, but they're calling it selections, right? So if you notice, you see how I have like an eyeball here, an eyeball here. If I click on the first one, those are my two boxes that I have. So if I click on the first one, you see how it hides it and it puts a slash through it. Look, it's not there no more, right? So how to wrap text around is not the one I want. The one I'm looking for is this one right here. Now watch what's going to happen. Even though it's hidden, if I select here, you see it still selected that top one. So what you want to do is grab this bottom one and just move it up. Then when you click here, you select all, and it's already 24 point. Then you can deselect and oops, sorry about that. So we're gonna click. Now it's the text is still too big, right? Okay, so we're gonna just change it to 18, and then we'll go with that. So let's go ahead and first of all, I'm going to hit Control A, and then I'm going to change this to 18, and then I'm going to move this one over to the top and hit Control A and change that to 18. Now we know the text is, and then I'm going to click here, and I'm going to tell it show all. Oh, excuse me, hide all, show all. Okay, so now the text is still a little too much. 18, so let's try 16. Control A, 16. Go into the next. Oh, I'm gonna have to move that box up. Control A, 16. Hide all, show all. Okay, now, okay, so you see how this one is this way too far to the left, right? And then you can't tell it, but this A is to the left, because so everything's centering to the left. Now I'm gonna hit Control A. I could hit let me see, Control E, and it would center, or so let me hit Control E. You see it's center, right? Now I'm gonna move this one up, and you would probably do it this way. You're gonna click here, you're gonna hit Control A, and you're probably gonna click this little box right here, center. I use a lot of commands, but now if I hide all, show all, the only thing now is that you see the bottom one, because there's more text, the bottom one kind of looks a little off center. Okay, so this is what I usually do. I find like I like the words on the top one, and besides that, I'm going to put a round text box, and then I want to convert it into a picture box on top of everything. So watch what we're going to do. We're going to go to Insert. We're going to go to Shape. I'm going to go click here, and then if you hold Okay, so first of all, if I left click and drag, you see how it gives me a not a perfect square, right? But if I hold my shift key, it gives me a perfect square. Equally, if I go in here, go insert shape, the oval, and I start right in the center, and I hold my shift control and I move this thing up, you see it goes right from the center. Okay, I mean, I didn't select exactly in the center, but I just wanted to show you what those two commands will do. Now, what the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and try to line these words around this picture box. Okay, so that looks pretty close right there. Now, what I need to do to the bottom text is go in here and I need to manipulate it a little bit. I'm going to have to move it to the left from this point. Now, you see how this gives me a yellow circle? It's not going to let me do anything to this. So what I have to do, while I have it selected, I'm going to use my right arrow keys, and you'll see it. See, I still want it a little bit more. You know, and this really doesn't take as long as it's taken me. It's that I'm showing y'all how to do this. So I'm using my arrow key to go, and that look at the bottom is still not okay. So now I'm going to go up a little bit more to the left, and let's see where we're at. Okay, that's pretty good. I mean, I could sit here and I could make it almost perfect, but this is not what this thing's about. I just want to show you how to do this. Now we go ahead and unhide that other one. So now that's looking pretty cool, right? Except that that text, this oval picture is a little too big. Remember, if I hold my shift control and I kick on any corner, select any corner, is going to center it and reduce it right in the middle. So that's looking pretty good, right? Okay, so now let's put a picture around this and we're done. That's all there is to this. And it is, I think I'll make it a little bit easier than, you know, the word is easier said than done. You got to play with this. I've just been I've been in the, um, I've been doing this kind of stuff for years since computers first came out, way in the 80s. Okay, like 82. So I'm going to click on this top box. And remember, if this box would have been at the bottom and I click here, it selects the text. Remember. So that's why I had y'all get this selection so you can move things around. And see, I have the oval box at the top. Before I even do this, let me show you something. You see how this says box 2 and then text box 2? You can double click here and change this. So let's see which one this one is. This one is a picture. You know, you can name it. So if I double click and put APICTURE, and then the top one, I could name it, let's say, how to. That way, when I want to move those picture boxes up and down, I know what I'm selecting down here. Equally, I could just change that to, instead of oval 26, I could just call it oval. Because sometimes you might have 50 boxes here, and this is how you can organize your stuff. Okay, now, so we're going to select the oval box. From here, we're going to go to shape format. You see right here where it says shape fill. We're going to click here. We're going to go to picture. Then from a file, or you could use any of the other selections. For this lesson, we're going to from a file. We are going to find a picture. You know, it doesn't matter. I just selected the first right there. So let's click here and let's hit insert. Boom. There you go. That's how you can wrap text around a box. So remember, the first time it was a object, then we turn it into a picture. There's a lot of ways of bringing pictures in. So watch my other videos, because depending on how you do it, then you know you could even do this right. So let's go to oval, and let's go to the. So we're gonna format the picture. The outline is gonna be, let's say, blue, and then let's make the weight about 3 point. And you could go in here, and on your picture box you could put uh, or here, let me see, you could put outlines, shadows. You could do all kinds of, like, you see shape outline. You can put a you well, there's a lot of things here, like effect, shadow. We're just gonna put like a quick little shadow. Let's do this one right here. So, and then you could go in there and do a bunch of changes, like you can make the shadow bigger and with different colors. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Not a subscriber, become a subscriber, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you very much.